It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And we'll see the Dreadnoughts veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Jags, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Brown. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's Brown off the play fake. He'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Brown. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, Brown got his man complete over the middle. It's ball.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Eubanks. Room here to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Looking to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Jaguars.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Eubanks. He'll get this down to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Brown. Pressure comes and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Brown. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Patton. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's the gain of 4.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Patton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Brown, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Brown now throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Back out comes San Antonio. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Patton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2nd and long. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action. Brown. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brown got his man complete over the middle. It's Knight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Brown, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patton, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. This one complete to Patton. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Brown to throw on 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Brown from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Number 35 for ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. Eubanks. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Brown to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot.
And he lost the football. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On second down now. It's Patton, and he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. I haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Patton down to the 41. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. It's Patton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. Patton. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 4th and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Titans with the lead as they hit halftime. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 28-17, your final score. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. 18-17, the final score. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for our home team, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Now a handoff up the middle. Eubanks, and he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On second down, Eubanks, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Brown now on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Brown. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down. Brown. That's caught by Jackson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Back out comes San Antonio. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll keep it on the ground. Patton.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Eubanks. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on 1st down. Eubanks. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Brown. Throwing left side here, and it's gone. He's going to get this down near the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Brown on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Brown. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Brown got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jags get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Back out comes San Antonio. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down now, it's Patton, and they're able to get this one across. On first down, Patton. Oh, what a move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
They'll set up to throw. And the catch made. It's Patton. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dreadnoughts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Brown. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, Eubanks. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Eubanks, he'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Eubanks. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, Eubanks. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Brown. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, Eubanks. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Brown on 3rd down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Back out comes San Antonio. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And under